Hey guys, so this is the video all about my weekend in Chicago at Ace Universe Comic-Con. Enjoy! So my first stop on my adventure was Food Line to grab a kombucha tea, and I noticed a poor little gummy bear. One little lost gummy bear in the parking lot. So here I am in the airport, sipping on my kombucha tea, tapping my toes to the music and eavesdropping on those around me. Got me a blueberry muffin because I was starving. I hadn't had any breakfast. And now I'm lining up to get on, and now I'm going down the runway as I hear the people shout. Who gets that reference? Ha ha ha. Da 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 da. Tonight, for your musical entertainment, is Mama Ames. Hello, sir. Wait. Oh, am I in Chicago now? That was a quick flight. What's going on here? Shall we see? Oh, yep. We're in Chicago. Look how fancy this airport is. Look at this. Wow, pretty. Okay, so I'm going to interject a little bit here because once I got to Chicago, my sister from another mister, I have a lot of those. I just love them. But she's my baby sister from another mister, Bobby Joe, came and picked me up at the airport, and her kids, Journey and Jagger, were with her, and she had to pee, so she's in the pickup lane at the airport, and she's like, do you think they'll care if I just leave the car here while I run in? I was like, well, just do it, just be quick. So she runs in, and so we're sitting there, and lo and behold, I hear this tapping on the window, and I look over, and I roll down the window, and this man is like, this old man standing there. Where is she? She needs to move her car. I was like, well, she ran in real fast to go to the bathroom. He said, well, give her a call because we're going to tow it. And I'm thinking, really, by the time you get a tow truck out here and you get it all hooked up, she's going to be back. And so I was like, oh, okay, sure, I'll call her. I roll the window up, and I look down, and her phone is sitting right there in the cup holder. So anyways, 2 seconds later, here she comes running back out of the airport and in the car, and we're off and on our way to the hotel. So we get to the hotel, and we get checked in and settled in our room, and it's such a nice room. Bobby Joe, you did an excellent job of finding us a room. It was one room, but it had a door, like a separate bedroom that had the bathroom on it. And so I had my own bed, and Journey got to sleep on an air mattress in the bedroom with me. And then Bobby Joe and Jagger slept in the other room. So it was such a great setup. It was perfect. And so we got to the hotel, we got settled, and then we realized that we needed to open up our package. So here's some footage of that. Sarah likes to wrap her presents up tight. Look.
She's still wrapped up more in here.
Oh, look at her.
She's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Another breed.
Look at her.
Say hello.
Oh my gosh.
I think it comes out. I know it comes out.
And what's the name of her sword? I forgot.
Oathkeeper.
That's right. Oh my gosh. I think she outdid herself.
Love it. And I mean, she's even got the
Look at
fur and everything. Like she said, she spent 30 hours.
Maybe this one
Okay,
has it.
now I know.
I'm not taking anything off, but everything comes off. And she has the shirt with the laces. Okay, we're gonna put her safely in here. She's so cute. Oh my goodness.
All right, let me get her out. So first up on Friday night, we got to meet this guy. For those of you who don't know who that is Chris Hemsworth. That is Thor. And that man is very tall. And he is very sweet. He was all smiles, very welcoming to everybody. I mean, you can see all of us. Look at all four of us. We're just smiling. He was such a sweetheart. I really enjoyed meeting him. I looked up at him and I said, "Gosh, you are so tall." And he laughed at me. So, you know, that's my sign that somebody likes me, when they laugh at me. Or I like to call it laughing with me. Next up, we moved on to Gwendolyn Christie's autograph line. And here we are, we're lining up. There's her spot right there. I think she's still doing pictures, her photo ops, and my camera wouldn't focus. But I love how they have their celebrities set behind the curtains. It just gives you that private time. They let a few in at a time to meet the celebrity and really get a good chance to talk with them. And Jagger decided that he was sleepy. And he was going to give his blanket a try. A little stinker. He's so much like my Ethan. And here's the beautiful Journey. Look at her. I just love her. She's so beautiful. Good night. So, after waiting in line for not very long, actually, for Gwendolyn to come back from her photo ops, it was our turn, and we went in and we got to meet her. And that was my first time and Bobby Joe's first time meeting her, and she was just beautiful. Just a gracious and lovely person, just full of warmth, and she was just exhausted, and you could tell, but she was still so welcoming. And she signed this picture for us, and you can see right here, Nikolai signed it. Bobby Joe had him sign it for Sarah at a con that she went to this summer, and then I had Gwendolyn sign this with a quote from Game of Thrones for Sarah at Ace. And this is our gift to Sarah. She's just done a lot for Bobby Joe and I. She's Bobby Joe's very best friend, and she's a very good friend of mine, just a sweet person. And I'm going to show you some of the other work that she's done for me. And she's actually the creator of the dolls that you saw. And in this meeting, Bobby Joe was able to present Gwendolyn with the Brienne doll that you saw earlier in the clips that Sarah made. And she was absolutely floored, squealed. She was over the moon with that doll. And I'll tell you, Sarah put so much work into her. She's absolutely a piece of art, and it's just priceless. And what a gift to give somebody. That was truly a gift. So after this, after we got our autograph, we left the area and we met up with a friend of ours from North Carolina, Jen, and we went out to dinner and just had a great time talking and laughing and having fun. And then we retired for the night at the hotel on to Saturday. So this is our Saturday. We got to sleep in. We didn't even have to be at the convention until after 12 noon, which is a big change. And here I'm just kind of recording the crowds and some of the cosplay. I love looking at the costumes and what people do. And it really was amazing what some of the lengths that people would go to dress up as their favorites. And there was a Jon Snow. Hey, that's a big Thor. There's a tall dude. I wonder who's taller, him or Chris?
I think him.
Okay, so right now I'm just kind of giving you a shot of a panoramic view of the photo op area. and how people are lined up. And going on at the same time right now is Gwendolyn Christie's panel. So she's up on stage answering questions, and in a few minutes she'll be answering questions from the audience. And at the same time, we're getting to listen to what she's saying, which is really neat. They have it up on TV screens so that we can hear what's going on as we're standing in line. So that's pretty cool. And there's all the autograph areas, and like I said, they have them all behind curtains, which is really, really, really nice.
Gwendolyn Christie, right this way to the left. Gwendolyn.
Here we go. Where's Gwen? We're gonna go see Gwen for a photo op. Woohoo! Yay! Very exciting. Alright. So what you just saw was us walking into the photo op area, and they make you put all your bags and things down in those little trays. So here's our photo. Bobby Joe actually had one of just Jagger and Gwendolyn, and she was so tall and he was so little that he probably came up to like her waist area. It was just so adorable. And then we had our photo with her. She was just so cute. Look at her, she's just radiant, just beautiful. I love the pink on her, and you wouldn't know it by the shading in the photo op, but Bobby Joe has ginger hair. Like, she's a redhead. Well, not a redhead, but she definitely has a ginger tone to her hair. So the lighting was a little bit off. That really is the only complaint that I have of the entire convention. It was run so well. But anyways, that's our photo op with Gwen. So right now we're sitting in line waiting for our photo op with Kit Harington. And you're seeing on the screen Norman Reedus in his panel. Yep, here I am waiting in line again for a photo op with Jon Snow. Can't wait. I wonder what he smells like. Maybe I'll find out. If I can remember this time. I didn't remember with Chris. Okay, so here is our picture with Kit Harington. Look at him. Isn't he handsome? I like him so much better with short hair. I mean, I like Jon Snow, well, until the last season of Game of Thrones. I didn't like him so much then. I thought he had such a sad ending. I think they all did in their own way. But anyways, I'm digressing again. But there's our photo op. I think it turned out so wonderful. I'm so happy with it. He was just as much of a joy as Gwen and Chris were. Very gracious, just smiles. He looks very tired, but he was a joy. And again, I forgot to smell him. I don't know what he smells like, so I can't attest to it. But it was a lot of fun getting to speak to him and pose with him. And yes, my shirt says Mother of Dragons, but it is crossed out, and it says Sons. Same thing. Because yes, that is the same thing as being the Mother of Dragons. 3 dragons, I have 3 sons. So there you go. On to the next thing. This is what you do a lot at Comic-Cons, folks. You sit around and do a lot of nothing. So before you spend your money, make sure you know that.
You know what I love about that is the way that she did like his eyes.
We had discussions about that.
I like to see
We didn't realize that Amelia's eyes had that.
So after our long intermission, interval maybe, between photo ops and autographs, we did have another autograph with Gwen, where Bobby Joe had an autograph done, and we got a short chat with her again. I had an autograph with Kit, and it was actually quite funny. They were being very strict on autograph tickets and who they were letting behind the curtain, and so I took Bobby Joe's kids in with me to meet Kit, and Kit got a huge kick out of them, asked Journey a question, and then found out that Jagger's name was actually Jagger, and of course in his accent said, "Jagger? His name is Jagger?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "That's the coolest kid in the world." So we got a laugh out of that. That was so cute. That's something that I'm sure we'll all remember. These conventions are they're pricey. You pay a lot of money to go, but the memories that you bring back with you are priceless because you spend so much time with your friends, and you can't replace the memories. I found an artist there, and he's just amazing. If you get a chance to check him out, he's the Bearded Artist. These are pencil drawings. He does commissions, and had his pictures buy one get one free. I couldn't pass it up because this one literally took my breath away. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, then you understand, this character started out so harsh and hard, and she just softened him up, and this look on his face is just, it just kind of gets you. And of course then this one of Jon Snow, this is what I had him autograph. He wasn't doing quotes, just personalizations, so that was good enough for me. So I had him autograph that. And so while I have you here, I wanted to talk a little bit about my friend Sarah. So you've already seen in the video the Daenerys Targaryen doll that she made for me, and of course the Brienne of Tarth doll, and then the bag that she custom made to actually carry around the convention with the magnetic closure on it. But here's Daenerys. There's her hair with the braids. She went by pictures that I sent to her. She customized her eyes to match Amelia's, who is the actress that plays Daenerys or played Daenerys. This is the blue dress that she wore. And you can actually take the cape off and the necklace. And then if you look at the back, there's the cutout of the dress. So she customizes the dolls to fit the pictures that you send to her. So that's just one example of the things that Sarah can do. I wanted to show this. If you're a Walking Dead fan, you might recognize this doll here. And this is the doll that Sophia carried that she lost in the woods that Daryl found in season 2. I wanted a doll just like this, a rag doll, for a photo op. I couldn't find it anywhere. No way could I have made something like this for myself. So she stepped up to the plate and she made one for me. And I'm going to show you, minus the personalization from Melissa, but there's the photo op. There's my little Ethan dressed as season 2 Daryl with Melissa, who plays Carol, holding the rag doll. In that convention, while he was dressed as season 2 Daryl, we walked around with the rag doll tucked in his belt, just like Daryl did in season 2. Here's a couple of other things I wanted to show. The vest that Ethan's wearing here. He's dressed as Daryl again, and any Walking Dead fans know that Daryl wears his angel wing vest, and this is a great example of the back and the angel wings that she custom made on the back of this leather vest for him to cosplay in. This is Bobby Joe's little boy, Jagga. Jagga? He's dressed as Ezekiel's tiger, Shiva. In this photo op, they were supposed to be kissing Melissa like a love cup. You can see their little faces. I think they were a little shy. Anyways, she made this costume with the ears and all. So here's something else that Sarah made. She does pillows as well. This is one of her pillows here. Obviously, this is Norman Reedus. This is Daryl. And they would not give us our Daryl and Carol photo op, so we created one ourselves. Sarah printed Melissa's picture onto a pillow, and we created our own photo op. But this is my other sister from another Mr. Jen. She is from Chicago. And this is Denise, my sister from another Mr. who lives in Ohio. So the four of us comprise the McBride Mombies, and we call ourselves that because our love for Melissa McBride's character of Carol on The Walking Dead pretty much brought us together, and we all are mothers. Denise is a grandmother. She doesn't look it, does she? She looks too young to be a grandmother, but she is. And so we have dubbed ourselves the McBride Mombies. But that's it. Sarah made this pillow. And on to, oh, here's another picture I'm going to cover up because that's for me, not for you. There's another glimpse at the vest that Sarah made right here. And yeah, that's a pretty funny photo op. That's my son Carson dressed as King Ezekiel. I'm a Daryl Carol fan. I make no apologies. Absolutely not. I want to see them together. So there you go. Ezekiel gave Carol a pomegranate, and Daryl does not like it one bit, and he's going to put a bolt in Ezekiel. So there you go. I did make that wig. I slaved over those dreadlocks. I did. Some of the pillows that Sarah has made, this is one of them. She embroidered the hug between Carol and Daryl after Carol rescued everybody from the cannibals. Just so you know, I liked you first. And there's the back of it. And another one. Here is Carol's knife. When you flip it over, there are Daryl's wings, and this is like a velvet here. And here is, this one says, "I am a survivor." This has very special meaning to me because this is actually Melissa's handwriting, and she wrote this word for my tattoo, and Sarah took it and embroidered it onto this pillow for me, and this lime green is the color of lymphoma, which is the type of cancer that I had, and yellow is my favorite color, and Sarah knows me and knows that I love yellow and I love bright colors, so that's why the rainbow colors on the back, and of course the yellow and the bright colors on the front. I have a few more things to show to you. Okay, so this crossbody bag she made. Of course, this is Carol's knife with the Cherokee rose. If you are a Walking Dead fan, you understand the significance. And yeah, this material I custom chose from some options that she showed to me. And of course, there's her tag, Create Like a Girl. That's where you can find her on social media. I'll put her links in my description. Sarah Stewart. Inside has a magnetic closure, but she made sure to put plenty of pockets. I've carried this to a few conventions that I've been to. I've also carried it to work a couple of times. It's very sturdy. It has stood up to a lot of use, and a lot of stuff has been put into this. So yeah, very great quality stuff that she makes. And the other thing that I just love, this is the Tree of Life, and She customized it. She hand painted it, first of all. She customized it by, I sent her handwriting samples. These are my 3 kids, and this is their handwriting when they were 4 years old. So each of their names as they wrote them at age 4. This is Ethan and Carson and Brandon. She embroidered herself. I believe she did it by hand for me onto the bag after she had hand painted it. And of course there's the pattern inside. Yellow pockets, and then the inside, they've got a zipper pocket back here and plenty of more pockets. It has plenty of room in there. I have carried it back and forth to work. The straps are adjustable. You can use it as a crossbody if you'd like, or extend it out, use it as a shoulder bag, however you like to carry your bags. This last thing that I'm going to show is kind of personal. Sarah and I discussed it, and we came up with this. Carol is my inspiration. I adore her, and when I went through cancer, it really was a dark time for me. Slowly but surely, I came out into the light as I walked through the darkness. And as I was talking to Sarah about it, we came up with this painting that I really wanted Melissa to see and maybe to understand what Carol means to me, because as a character, I believe Carol started out in the darkness and eventually came into light. Now she has vacillated into darkness several times, come back out into the light. But I think that's a true testimony to life. I think there are times when we vacillate back into darkness, but there's always the light that we can come back into. So for me, this is personal to my journey with cancer, where I stayed in the darkness for so long. And you can see the waves, and they're coming out, and they come eventually into the light. And see how light it is down here. And Sarah captured it perfectly. And embedded in the images, you see courage. Right here's hope. Right here is faith, love, and strength. Of course, here's Carol. Sarah said she doesn't do faces well, but to me, the most important part of a person's features are the eyes, because the eyes are the windows to your soul. They speak volumes about who you are. So it was fine with me that she stopped right there, because that says a lot. So anyways, and then of course, embedded in here are some other symbols. You've got the Cherokee roses. And then I had Melissa. This is my most favorite quote from Carol. You said I could survive. You were right. And then she signed it. So that's her. And of course, being the goofball that she is, and I swear she's my spirit animal because I'm as much of a goofball. Melissa took the Sharpie and tried to draw a face on it, and I had to smack her hand away. And she came back and tried to do it again, and I had to smack her hand away. But anyways, yes, this is probably my most favorite piece or thing that I've ever had made custom by anyone. I love you, Sarah. And I love this. It hangs in the most sacred place in my house, which is my bedroom. So I can see it every night and every morning. So that's it, guys. We're in the Chicago airport, heading home Sunday evening. That's my friend Jen from Carolina in front of me, and we are walking on one of those people movers, which freak me out anyway, but add those lights to it, and oh my goodness, that's enough to cause a migraine. Ugh, these things make me crazy. Anyways, we hung out at the airport for the afternoon and until our planes took off, and now I'm home. So enjoy a little slideshow I made. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.